Hi everybody, Tara Green here. Going to talk about this week. It's August the 27th, so let's start at Tuesday. So the planet Venus, the planet that rules artists, rules the feminine, rules values and money, trined Uranus earlier today, the planet of shocking revelations, chaos, and expect the unexpected. And Oasis reunited today, almost 15 years to the day that they called it quits. So that's a half a Saturn cycle, and the moon is in Gemini, very active as a Gemini moon always is, squaring Saturn and Pisces. So your dreams, pay attention to your dreams tonight. The moon conjuncts Jupiter in Gemini, so lots of talking, lots of mind rambling on and on. The moon sextiles Mercury, almost stationing direct in Leo, and Chiron means it's easy to rehash, rethink your wounds, your defenses. The moon conjuncts Mars and Gemini, again, good for writing, talking, promoting. I'm doing that today. And the moon squares Venus. Okay, now on the 28th, moon enters Cancer, 4:47 a.m. This is Eastern Daylight Time. So the moon is in its home sign, so it's great to cleanse with water, to really feel into your emotions, release any emotions. Good to go for a swim, be by water, shower, whatever cleanse. And a very beautiful romantic energy when the planet Venus in Virgo, where she's very meticulous and organized and disciplined and humble and loves to serve other people, is opposite Neptune in Pisces. Now, Venus is considered to be the human love, and Neptune is considered to be divine lover. This is where you're seeking your soulmate. So to have the practical with that divine lover opposite each other, you get to be rational. Venus and Virgo, very rational, very practical. She doesn't believe in fantasy. She doesn't follow fantasy. She wants the facts only. And Neptune and Pisces, so you get to weigh out what's real and what isn't. So this is a very good aspect, 4:25 p.m., get Eastern Daylight Time. And then Mercury finally turns direct, stations in the sky at 5:14 p.m., and again, Eastern Daylight Time, and stopping, its journey, but it's still going to take a while. I believe it takes until September, October, off the top of my head, till Mercury gets back to where it was when it turned retrograde in Leo. Okay. In Virgo, back to Leo. And then Venus says goodbye to Virgo and enters her home sign of Libra on August 29th at 9:23 a.m. So she's very happy when she's in her home sign. She gets to, be really conscious of her relationships and being social and dressing well and fashion and all the beauteous things that Venus in Libra does. She really wants to be in relationships. She trines Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius. Pluto is also getting ready to make a big change this weekend. So Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius, 10:32 a.m. This is about power. It's about women in power. It's about relationships in power, how they're used, how they're abused, etc., etc. Big money, women's voices, and working in balance and harmony in relationships, which you're kind of seeing happening in the world with Donald Trump and RFK, which is quite an amazing thing to be happening. Moon trines Saturn in Pisces. So that can bring up old wounds, father wounds, childhood wounds coming up. Let all those feelings flow. And then the moon squares Chiron in Aries, again, more of a sign of healing, releasing. And then on the 30th, the moon trines Neptune in Pisces, again, early in the morning. Good for creative writing, meditating, visioning, things like that. And then the moon enters proud Leo at 1:09 p.m. And we're into our hearts. The moon opposes Pluto, again, 1:14 p.m., and it sextiles Venus. So those are all very nice, positive, empowering energies to really go into your heart. Really just listen to your heart. Now, 31st, the energy is pretty light, although the moon in conjunct Saturn and Pisces, which can bring up old depressions, dealing with addictions. The moon sextiles Jupiter in Gemini at 11:16 p.m. That's good for partying. The moon in Leo always loves to party. And then on the 1st, September the 1st, is a huge, huge day. Two very major things happen. The first of which is Uranus, the planet of chaos, unexpected, crypto, anything new, digital, AI, all of that stuff, rebellion, protest, stops to turn retrograde. And that's at 11:16 a.m. So when Uranus is going retrograde, and again, all of the progress, forward motion that's been going on has to be rewound. We have to go over it. Maybe we went too far. So there's a recall of, we've been too much out on the limb or too pro into this new adventurous protesting, all of those kinds of things, right? So it's kind of a shock to your nervous system because Uranus does rule the metabolism, the nervous system. It is in Taurus, a sign that's heavy, solid, thick, stubborn, and does not like to move. So sometimes we have to go over and retrace our steps before we can really advance and move forward. Uranus is at 26, 27 of Taurus. So if you have any planets at those last degrees of all the fixed signs, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, you will feel this Uranian station to move backwards. Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius as well. Saturn is the traditional one. Now, the big news is Pluto re-entering Capricorn. That happens at 8:10 p.m. September the 1st for the last time in 248 years. This is big. This is huge because Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008 and the big subprime mortgage fiasco happened. That was a worldwide thing, ended Lehman Brothers stock market crash. The whole economy went kaput. Now, my sense is, Pluto is the destroyer. And he came in, he recycles, he destroys anything that is not really evolving. In evolutionary astrology, we use Pluto as the main player. So Pluto will get rid of any toxic shit in your life. If you're not on your soul's path in your job, your relationship, or your health, or whatever it is you need, Pluto will usually come along and destroy that, take it away, lose it. It's very painful. But if you know that that's what you need to do, you need to trust Pluto. Pluto is the lord of wealth, of riches, of death, of rebirth. So if you're going to rise like a phoenix, this is Pluto at the last degree of Capricorn, finishing off what it started in 2008. Now, the Pluto rules the plutocrats. So this is also a last-ditch power play by the plutocrats who are losing it, the WHO, the WEF, who've been trying to control everybody. They still have a lot of power, of course, but the people have woken up. The people understand what's going on. So the more you can awaken to understand the brainwashing, the secrets, all the plutonic stuff. It is the underworld. It's all criminal. The governments, big pharma. It's all criminal stuff. It's all money laundering, sex trafficking, all of that. The most horrible things you could imagine. That's what the plutocrats and Pluto represents in the underworld. The souls are kind of like trapped there in a way. So you don't want your soul to get into that kind of negative state, right? So Pluto, again, entering Capricorn from September the 1st to November the 19th. This is a great time for you to review. It's physical, Capricorn, the physical, the manifesting career. What is my soul's path in my career? Is this relationship helping me evolve? It is hard. It's going to be a very intense next few months. And of course, election day in the US, if it even happens, is in that cycle, okay? Uranus will actually stop in station direct November the 15th, and then Pluto enters Aquarius to stay November the 19th. So all of those within 4 days of each other for the next 20 years. So really, this is the last, and also it is kind of the last stage of the US Pluto return, because in 2023, Pluto returned for the first time in 248 years since 1776 to its original degree, which is 27 degrees Capricorn. So as Pluto re-enters Capricorn again, I feel like, again, that revolutionary split, freedom, loving energy, what America was based on is now being reevaluated. Is America even a democracy anymore? Not necessarily with fake news. So think about what's going to enrich your soul. That's what Pluto represents. What's going to enrich your soul? Planes always fly over when I do this. Okay, I guess that's a sign to take it higher. So if you want some help with this, I counsel a lot of clients going through very intense divorces, losing their jobs, whatever old abuse issues, traumas, to help empower you. Now, especially using the energy of Uranus as it moves backwards helps us to see things in a new way, helps us to write a new story, helps us to reinvent ourselves, help us to be free. Uranus is all about freedom. So if you want to get in touch with me for a private reading, you would get in touch with me at tarot.com, and I'd be happy to help you. So let me know how you're feeling as well. Okay, sending you best blessings of the day.